Hi Anu, welcome. And Anu is one of our senior franchisees in Chennai. She's taken the franchise for Velachery, running it successfully, has trained many students who perform really well, I must say, especially in the competitions. So today I'd like to ask you a few questions to get your experience about your journey with IPA.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. I think it's been almost 20 years since we've been in this growth, a journey of growth together. I think the first thing I would like to highlight, and I have always been inspired, is the way you have taken it up and that woman entrepreneurship. I think this we have been working on it from 20 years until today. It has been so many lives that you have touched upon, and we are still in the journey. It has been good. There have been so many children where we have trained from years together. And one more point of highlight is where we see the way the competitions come, the way so well it is handled, right? Starting from grading, it moves on to state, from state to national. National also doesn't stop, it moves on to international. And when we go to an international competition, something that parents need, where even maths is touched upon. It's really a high grade thing which children do. So even parents see what is happening. In fact, today I have so many of my students who are doctors, who are engineers.
Very nice.
Parents have called me back and told me that, ma'am, that 5-minute exam that you have, because of that, all my competitive skills, that is something very important. I can hear the parents' voice saying that because you trained them, every minute, every second was important for the child. So today their competitive exams, it's like for them it's so easy. Yeah. Because the number of questions don't matter to them. Because at such a young age, they have seen 100 sums at a time. I think right from the age of 4. From 4, at the age of 4, children are exposed to it. So then they take up the challenge, and by the time they are 20, 21, it's not that they forget. Yeah. These are skills which unknowingly which enters the child. No? So it is a very good tool. Sometimes we don't realize, but children who continue it from scratch to grand level, it is excellent. Those children, you can make out the difference, how good they are. It's really remarkable.
So what is the one experience, like do you have something to share about anything you've seen in your journey with a student? Like, you did mention doctors and engineers and all, but anything particularly? I know, you've also worked with special children, because that's not easy. Yeah. Because the abacus is there needs a lot of practice as well. We show a lot of growth. Definitely. If taken systematically. So what is it that you've seen?
One more thing I would like to say about is the amount of support. The amount of support that the company has always been giving from day one. Anything small. See, if suddenly we come up with a 3-year-old child, it's not that they say, no, this is not possible, rules, regulations, no. I still remember a child who was blind. And he was so much into it, like, I want to do, ma'am, I have to do abacus. But when I approached you, you said, definitely, Anu, if the child is interested, we can do. So we used to have like hundreds of children, we used to have the competition together. And this particular child was later called on stage. And then we used to do it for the child because he couldn't see. We used to have that big abacus kit and we used to do. So it is not that it is denied to anybody. Every child, every person they are allowed to do. In fact, I have trained lots of special children for abacus, and abacus is a very good tool for special children because it helps in the right brain development. In fact, I think we've had journey with the brain development also and handwriting, and it's like so many things we have equipped ourselves with. Like anybody who comes to the center, we don't have to say no for anything. Saying, okay, art means okay, handwriting is okay, Vedic maths is okay. So I think we have equipped ourselves with so many things. So that is something really good.
So as a franchisee, of course, for me, the emotional satisfaction is working with women, like you said, seeing you all grow. So what has been your biggest takeaway in this journey as a franchisee? So any special lessons that you've learned?
Yes, in this also, I think I would have, something very close to my heart, I would say. I think it was something close to COVID. When things were slowly going down and all of us had to close down, It was a moment of, because for me, I have just been doing abacus always. I think those were the things we were doing. So sudden close down, it was like we were really wondering what to do next. What is going to happen next? I still remember on a call with Amuda, where she was telling me, nothing ma'am, we can still move forward, we can still go forward. I think even that time the way you took it up was excellent. Now if I think back, I feel one of my best years was that, because the amount of orals I would have given and the amount of change, because most of the children were at home. So the number of children who came at that time were like totally remarkable. And the result which I could produce, I never knew that online I could do so much and so much of a difference. And that I think gave us a boost, because we started feeling that yes, we can take classes online also.
Yeah.
So it was like something.
It was a territory we haven't touched before.
Never touched upon, and it was a phase where we felt down, and it really pulled us up. It showed us that come on, the globe is yours. You can work. So it was different. It was a different experience, and hats off to your support, ma'am. I think you have never taken a step down. You have always wanted to move forward with all different kinds of platform, and I won't even tell that you stopped with your area. You always have thought about us. I remember at that time you came up with a lot of psychological workshops also. You came up with workshops, bringing us together, telling us what are the platforms, what we can do, how to approach social media. I think you also have turned all stones to see how we should succeed.
Yeah.
It's not you have any time left it. So that makes a lot of difference.
Thank you.
Thank you
Also,
so much.
Anu, one thing is that, I find that as a franchisee, we see so many franchisees, and of course it gives us happiness to see you all grow. But with you specifically, I've seen that the way the children perform, be it in a competition or grading exam, there's definitely they are a cut above in terms of, I know the number of champions you get, or even not, leave alone champions, the way your average student performs is always kind of high. So what is that extra special bit that you're doing that the other people can also learn? Because, we want all children to perform at that level.
Again, nothing is a secret, ma'am. But the thing is, see, for me, first time when the child comes into my center, how I will train a child for a competition, I will train the child in the same way. Because I believe in the maximum potential. I like to tap the maximum potential of a child.
Correct.
So when the child comes in on day one, I will tell them that day itself how they are supposed to zoom. It's not that initially I tell you come from the end. First day itself I'll say, see, this is how, here only you have to shorten your time, because as we learn from you all, abacus is all about speed.
Correct.
Abacus is all about time management. So why not teach from day one? So from day one I will start training the child only in that angle, because that is the maximum potential. If a child is going on the platform of a competition, then it is their best. So why not best every day?
Correct.
So that's how I go, even if it takes a little time. I don't stick to, come on, this is the time limit and you are. I wait for the child that you get your best, and then we move forward.
Very nice.
So